Hello and welcome to this food for thought tutorial. Today I'm going to show you thinning out and potting on. So I'll start here. I've got my my compost. This is a peat-free compost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a larger pot. What's happened here is these are plants that I've bought from the supermarket, and as you can see they're all pot bound. You can see the roots are in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them, because it's going to save me some money. So again I'm going to half fill the pot. Okay, you can use an old knife for this, and just look for a nice place to split it and just give it a split down the middle, and then just open it up, and that way we've got you could get 4 plants out of this. So I'm just going to pop it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be burying it up to the soil mark. That's no higher than that. Firm it down as you go along, making sure those roots have got good contact with the soil. I'll give this a good watering. I think we mentioned about transplant shock. Because this soil is so dry, and because I'd watered this, you can see the water in it, what will happen is the dry compost will suck the moisture out from this root ball. So it's important to water it as soon as you can. So I'm just going to, these pots are old lavender pots, I believe they were, from when we had some lavender plants delivered. So always try and reuse your plastic pots. Just give them a clean out so you don't have any cross contamination or any pests that's in there. Okay. So I'm going to just firm them down, make sure the roots have got great contact with the soil. It's a shame this isn't smell-o-vision, because this basil smells beautiful. Just show you a couple more. I think I've got some dill here, so I've got a little bit of compost left. Give it a tap, get rid of those air pockets. Again, as you can see the moisture in there because I've just watered. So I'm just separating them up, and then I'm just going to fill all around. So what we're doing is, not only are we getting extra plants that we didn't pay for, but we're also giving these plants room to grow, room to move and breathe. What the seed growers do is they sow lots of seeds on the top of these pots. So then they're all competing for nutrients and space and moisture. So there we go. So I'm just going to give these a good watering, good soaking, and I'll just move on and show you some thinning out. This was potting on. I'll just go and show you some thinning out. Okay, just to show you here, this is this is why we have to thin out, because the plants then compete for space, and then they're also competing for the food and the nutrients as well. So what we're looking to do is look for the thinner ones, the ones that are not doing so well, but leave the good ones so that they have room then to grow. But don't waste these. These are radishes, you know, these can be potted on. I'm going to pop these in. They've got a better chance. I mean, I could use them in a salad now, but I just think I'll just give them another chance and try potting them on. So I'm just thinning these out, and then that gives this plant room to grow. As you can see, they were all sown at the same time, but they're competing, so it's the strong will survive and the weaker ones are not going to. But I'll try potting these on into a pot straight away, pop them into my water. Hello, yeah, I'm just going to show you why we're thinning out. I've broadcast quite a few seeds here. Obviously I went too deep, but what I'm going to do is, these are turnips, so they're going to need room to grow, so I'm just going to ease them out slowly. But what I want to be doing is holding them by the leaf, because all along here, all along this stem here, it's tiny hairs and tiny soft tissues that if I pinch them could get damaged. So I'm not going to waste these. I'm just going to take a few out, but I'm going to try and pop them into pots. So I'm going to try not to pull them, you know, just ease them out gently. They will come easily. So there we go. So like I say, if you hold them by the leaf and avoid touching the stem. Okay, there's quite a few to be going on with here, but you can see how they're all competing for the same area, so that means that they're competing for nutrients and moisture as well. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how replot these radishes that was in the way. This here is the original leaves, what we call the leaflets. So when I mentioned before about pulling them out by the leaf, they're the true leaf that we really want to be handling, and not the stem. Just firm it down, make sure they get a good watering. I'll just show you that again. So make a nice hole, pop all those lovely roots in, and the radish in, firm it down so that there's good contact with the soil. Again, that'll get a good watering. I'll just show you some of these parsnips that we've just taken out. So holding it by its leaf, nice hole. Firmer in. So that root has got plenty of room now to grow. Always try and look for the strongest. More chance of success. So make a good size hole. Pop the parsnip in. Show you that one more time. So holding it by the leaf and not touching that stem. Just pop her in. And we just make sure they get a good watering.